Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss a question from the JEE Advanced 2026 paper 2. It is from the chemical kinetics chapter, and in this question it is said that for a first order reaction R to P at a given temperature, K is the rate constant. For this reaction at the given temperature, the concentrations of R and P at time T are this and this respectively. The correct graphical representation for this reaction is or are. So this is a kind of multi-selective question, MSQ type question, and how to do that question. Let's start this. If you see here, for the graph A, if you see, we know the Wilhelm's equation for the first order equation, RT equals to R naught into e raised to power minus KT, and if I do, RT can be written as R naught minus concentration of product equals to R naught into e raised to power minus KT. So we can write concentration of product is equals to concentration of reactant at an initial concentration 1 minus e raised to power minus KT. So this will be the equation for the product, which relates concentration of product and the time. So from this equation we can say at if time is 0, the concentration of product will be equals to 0, and if time is infinite, the concentration of product becomes equals to R naught, because e raised to minus infinity is 0. So that's why that will be equals to R naught. So from these two things we can say that the graph should not like this, graph should be like this. This should be the correct graph. This should approach R naught, not this. That's why this option is wrong. Now for the B option, if you see, dr by dt minus dr by dt is equals to K into concentration of reactant at T time. So if you see here, we have to draw the graph between the dr by dt minus KRT. If you relate it with the straight line equation, you can see that there is a slope of negative slope. So the graph should be like this. It starts from here and decreases like this. So this should be the correct graph, not this. That's why this option is also wrong, because its slope is minus K. Now for this third option, if you see, dp by dt, we can write dp by dt equals to K into concentration of reactant at T time, and from the Wilhelm's equation, RT can be written as R naught into e raised to power minus KT. So the equation will become like this, and from this equation we can say if this is the y-axis and this will be the x-axis, the graph should be exponentially decreasing curve, and which is exactly the same this graph is. So that's why the C option is correct option. And for the K, rate constant K is independent of time. It does not depend on time for the same reaction. For the same reaction, rate constant does not depend on the time. That's why the D option, which is a graph of constant, is the correct option. So D is also correct. So the answer should be C and D. C and D will be the correct answer. Thank you so much for listening.